there, and welcome back to Nerdy Jess, or welcome to those of you who are new. This is going to be episode 2 of my budget planning videos. I will admit to you that I tried to film this a few times and became too emotional, even trying to do the intro a couple of days ago, but I'm feeling much more myself today, and I will explain to you why all of that is in just a moment. So as you may know, if you watch my 2020 planners video setup and then my first budgeting video, I am using an Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner to do my budgeting. Last time, just a real quick recap, I went through and planned out some sinking funds, some debt payoff, and some things like that. I had a viewer, forgive me, I don't recall your name, but I did respond to the comment, mention that maybe I should go ahead and, since I don't have to be paying off, I don't have set due dates for my personal debts, if I actually take all of that and apply it to like my UTD debt, that might be better. I think it's a great idea. However, none of this is going to work right now. Everything that I had sat down and figured out is a moot point. And the reason for that being is that my other half lost his job this past week. He has what we believe to be, we're in the process of working with doctors, to be psoriatic arthritis, and is no longer able to fulfill the functions of his job because it's a physical job. So all of this is kind of put on hold. And this budgeting video, we're going to look at what I have coming up in the month of January, where I can cut out some of that. I've already canceled a few things, and I'll go over that with you. I have not adjusted it off of my lists yet. What's due and what are we going to do? I will tell you that we are incredibly fortunate that I have my dad. We live with my dad, actually, and he is willing to help us through this right now. He knows that the lack of employment on Charlie's part is health, and it is not laziness or anything of the like, or doing something wrong. So he is willing to help right now, and I will be looking for work after the New Year holiday. And so will Charlie, for that matter. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's go to January. I'm not going to worry about filling out goals and all of that kind of stuff at this point, because right now this video is going to be solely focused on how much money we need per which week and so on and so forth. So right now we're going to start out working in the monthly view. Okay, so some of these things I have gone ahead and canceled. Some of them I have chosen not to cancel yet after speaking with my other half and my father. Okay, so I have gone through and canceled a few of these things already. So let me go ahead. I got my little rag here and some water. Let me go ahead and wipe out those that I've canceled. Let's do this off of my planner. I learned that lesson last time. Okay. So I have canceled Happy Scrappy. I'm so sad about this, guys. These are, but I mean, you know, eventually someday I'll get to do it again. I've canceled Hello Kylon and Happy Daya. So I canceled my subscription kits to start with. Oh, look, see, this is why we do it. Not on our planner. Okay, so that's going to change all of this. Okay, so let's get a new total. Let me get out my markers here. What have I done with them? Post-it notepad that I can use for right now. So if we add all of this back up with my calculator, which is also seems to be buried. Need a little more slack on that. Okay, there it is. Okay, so if we add all of this up, and I know this is overkill for the calculator, but I usually use my phone for just a regular calculator. So this is something I have left over from school. Right? And then if we go through, I have these stickers here that I had filled out previously last time after I finished videoing. to stick down. I'm going to go ahead and put them in. Any of the stickers, the green, are automatic payments. So Eve comes out around the 19th. So we'll put it on the 19th. Let me get everything in frame here. I apologize. Okay. So Eve comes out on the 19th or about then. So we're going to go ahead and put that here. And then we have Wix, which is my hosting for my website and blog. It will also be the hosting, at least at this time. I'm planning on also being hosting for my shop. Okay, so I'm just going to cover up the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. I don't need that there. I have that marked in all of my other planners. I apologize for the noise if people are home and doing things. Photoshop comes out around the 12th. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. And then Xbox usually comes out around the 28th. So any of these are automatic, meaning that they're digitally set up. Shadow Blade also comes out around the 28th, and that's my husband's subscription to an off-site computer service. It's like the only hobby he has, and I don't want to take that away from him. I have stickers I can still play with. I mean, I've got a stash. I'm okay. It's not like I'm giving up something I love to do just yet. Okay, Shadow Blade. Planet Fitness comes out around the 18th. And that's on this other sheet here. So Planet Fitness. And then car insurance comes out around the 1st and the 15th. We need to write another one of those. Car insurance. And again, I don't need to mark that it's New Year's. I am aware. On the 1st and the 15th. So let's go ahead and write in car insurance. All right, so this is what we've got. That's automatic bills for the month of January. This does not include anything like gasoline or like regular expenses. Does not include any of that. We also have, we're not worried about sinking funds right now. I also have, this has been an awesome couple of weeks. So our car, my car that we just paid $600 for a couple of weeks ago to fix, it is no longer working. We think it's the alternator. So I have maintenance I need to do on that. I need to fill the kids' lunch accounts. Trying to think of anything else that's coming up in January. I think that's it as far as like things that don't normally happen. Like the kids' lunch accounts happens every so often. It's not something that's, you know, a plan. Okay, so let's get into how I'm going to handle all of this. So, okay. We're just going to go ahead and use this blank page, and it's going to be a little bit sloppy, but that is totally okay. So there are some things that I need to pay that need to be taken care of. I cannot skip them, like my cell phone. So we have cell phone. And that's going to be about $355. Okay. Then I have we're going to need gasoline. I mean, if nothing else, to go to interviews, hopefully, and to take the kids to school. So for the entire month, this is going to be the monthly. So this is monthly budget. And it's for January. Okay, so this is just for the month. So, I apologize, my pup is in here. Okay, so gasoline, we're just going to say 100, and that'll be for both of us. Let's see, what else do we have that we need to worry about? Hush up, puppy. Let me look at my past budget. I showed you guys this briefly in my original. Okay. I don't need any of that stuff. Okay, so that, oh, my Ulta card. I apologize for the dog. We'll just pay $40 this month. Let me see about getting the pup put out. I'll be right back. All right, so I got the pup put out. All right, so I started to write this and realized I wasn't recording. So I do have some income coming in this month in the form of child support for my oldest from my first marriage. Okay, so child support, I'm going to be receiving, I usually get around $987 a month, but he and I handle it on our own. We used to do it through the court, but we no longer need to do it through the court. We get along well enough that it's not an issue. Zoom you in a little bit. Sorry about that. So one of the things we did this year as an example, so I usually get $986 a month. So I offered to pay $100 towards my son's travel for Christmas to go see his dad. And then also $175 towards a gift that my ex picked up for him. So I'm going to be getting, we're just going to put it down to $710. So we're going to be, I'm going to be receiving $710 for the month. Okay. So, and then we have an automatic withdrawals. It's going to be a total of $298.09. Okay, so why don't we just put that up to 300? I try to keep my numbers rounded because I'll have, this will be, you know, what I budgeted for and then what the actual ends up being. This is no extra spend money, no eat out money, nothing, which is fine for right now. Let's see what we're at. 355 plus 100 plus 40 plus 300. We're at 795. So this is a total of 795. All right, so $85 over what I could handle on my own for this month. I do have, I can add plus, I have some Christmas money, so we're going to add that in here. So we're going to have 100. And this will cover everything. So Dad doesn't have to help us so much. I mean, he's already getting groceries. We're not paying him rent this month, so on and so forth. So at least I'm handling my bills. Still, I'm not asking him to help with that. He is going to help with our vehicle. There's just, if you look at it, there's no way. I don't know how expensive it's going to be to fix it, but there's just not any feasible manner. Thank God he's willing to help. This is exactly why I wanted to do this starting out this year and make sure that we had an emergency fund and savings set back is for a situation like this. And a little too late, but we're going to make it work. And then next month in February, I will actually get the full $900 and something, which will cover at least those things. Let's hope that by that point, at least one of us will be employed. So there's some kind of cash flow coming in. So that's how I'm going to leave it for right now. I know when everything comes out, I'll make sure that I have what I need in my bank account. And then I'll go, so basically what will happen is once I pay these, I'll go in here and I'll actually notate what day I paid it on and the amounts, and keep it, a budgeted, actual and a variable, like the variance between the two. I'm not going to worry about I still might do some weekly check-ins, but I'm not going to worry about budgeting per paycheck because I don't have a paycheck right now. So right now, what works for me is a monthly budget. When Charlie was working and was getting paid every 2 weeks, doing it per paycheck made a lot more sense, which made this a whole lot more useful in that regard, because there's, it would show me what was due when, and I could budget per paycheck what I needed to do. Obviously, we are heavy towards the end of the month versus the beginning of the month. So we need to put in, we'll go ahead and write it here. So those are the things that I know. And then I guess I call it variable expenses. So we have kids' lunches, and then Kia maintenance. This also lets me keep a tab of how much Dad's been putting toward everything. So I know that with like the kids' lunches, I have 2 kiddos. I would like to go ahead and I know that they're overdrawn. So probably I need to put 100 in each of their accounts. And then I have no idea. So that would be what, no, we'll put 100 total. So 50 in each of their accounts. And I have no idea what the Kia maintenance is going to cost. We will find that out. Man, this is so stressful, guys, when you don't know what you're going to do. I mean, we're very beneficial. We're very, very lucky that I have child support and that my ex-husband and I are very close, and that he is in a position in which he can pay as much as he does for child support because of his ranking in the military. He's been in for almost 20 years. And then, we're also incredibly lucky to have my dad, because otherwise I don't know how we would do this. Like, legit have no idea how we would do this. So why don't I go ahead and let's put in our headers. So these are my expenses, variable expenses. So this is the category. This is the budgeted amount. And we'll skip a little ways. This is the budget. This is not going to be super neat, guys. This is going to be kind of a template. This is the actual. And this is the variance. Actual and variance. Now, under normal circumstances, when I don't have all of this horribleness going on, I would actually have, getting my highlighters, I would actually have you know, like I would budget out for pet food. I would budget for all kinds of things. But at this time, all of that's going to be rolled into like a grocery thing that we will, Dad will have to be covering right now because I don't have it in our budget to handle those things just at this time. So we have budget, we have actual, and we have variance. All right. So that pretty much sums it up. I know this is a very short video. I apologize. Believe me, I wish our circumstances were different. I will continue to film this though. One, it's therapeutic for me. Two, it's real. It's real life. Shit happens. And in this case, it happened a lot all at once. But through family and just generosity, we're going to be okay. Our family isn't going to end up, you know, living in a box or anything. So, we're very fortunate in that regard. So I'm going to continue to film this stuff, guys. I will try to do a weekly check-in with you guys every week this month on the weekend. Probably will do them on, or at least upload them on Sundays so that they're up before the beginning of a new week. My weeks run from Monday through Sunday. That's just how I've done it in my head for a very, very long time. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry it's not more detailed. If you guys are interested and would like for me to do a mock budget, like based off of our previous income on, you know, just extra paper, I will definitely do that for you and show you my thought process and how I kind of work out all the numbers and what my initially how I was going to go through and do these budgeting videos. I would be happy to do that. Just let me know down below if that's something you're interested in. Again, I apologize. I know that this won't be overly helpful for a lot of people, but I also feel like it's kind of important to see when you have a financial crisis like this, what do you do? And for those of you that have gone through this and have not had anything to fall back on, whether it be family or retirement or 401ks, whatever the case is, you know, the fact that you're able to sit here and watch this video, I applaud you, you know. I did talk about this very briefly in my Plan With Me videos and had a lot of really sweet, supportive comments from people, and I appreciate that very much. It is not an easy thing to get online and tell the world about, but it helps knowing that maybe what I'm putting out there would be beneficial to someone else who's going through it. So it kind of helps to take the sting out of the situation a little bit. So I hope that this is helpful for all of you. I will be back again next weekend with a weekly check-in video to just kind of show you where things are, if we had any unbudgeted expenses, update you on the car repairs, things like that. And you know, one of the things I wanted to definitely add was a running total for Dad total. So once we're said and done in the month, I get an idea of how much he's helped us with. And that way too, I can share that with all of you as well. All right, guys. Well, happy budgeting. Happy New Year. Really seriously, despite all of this, a new year is a good time to reflect and revamp and refresh. So happy New Year to all of you. Happy budgeting. If you have any suggestions, any comments or anything, just, you know, want to say hi, leave me a comment below and I would be happy to chat with you. I will talk to you again soon. Peace.